I heard your daughter's playing the role of the princess at the Christmas party. Let my daughter Eva play that role. Are we doing this again? It's already been decided, we can't change it. Plus, it's not our place to butt in. Eva gets the main character, that's how it should be. I mean, does Eva even want to play the princess to begin with? From what I heard from my daughter, Eva volunteered to play one of the village people. My daughter's a sweet girl. She gave the princess role to your kid. Your daughter likes Oliver, the boy who plays the king, right? I think Eva knew that. That's why she gave up the princess role. True, my daughter is good friends with Oliver, but I'm not sure if she likes him or not. The one who marries Oliver is my daughter. What? Who are we to decide who our children are going to end up with? I mean, do you even know what Eva thinks of Oliver? My daughter is marrying a rich family. That's how it's going to be. Oliver seems clever, and he's very handsome. If Eva and Oliver get married, their children are going to be so cute. Hey, they're still in elementary school. Isn't it a tad early to think of who they're going to marry? No, it's not. It's important. We have to start thinking about it now. This is our family's parenting motto, stay out of it. Alright, but maybe you should care more about what Eva thinks and feels. Don't you dare lecture me. You do realize that you are a lesser person than I am, right? What makes you think that? Because I'm the daughter of a landowner, duh. You won't be able to stay in this town if you offend me. You know that, don't you? Not again. Just because your parents own a piece of land doesn't mean you can do whatever you want, you know. You should at least act decently as a person. Are you insinuating that I'm not a decent person? Well, you should reevaluate yourself on how you treat others around you. What don't you like about me? Well, for example, you always make others do things you don't want. But as soon as they do something you don't like, you bitch and complain. You not only bitch and complain, you also ask for consolation money sometimes. And if the other moms talk back to you, you threaten them saying something might happen to their kids. But that's your guys' fault for not doing what I want. I'm the top mom, you know. You guys and I belong to different social classes. You don't even have the right to talk back to me. No one's going to be your friend anymore if you keep that attitude. I'm the top mom, so I will always have friends around me. Anyway, getting back to the Christmas play, talk to your daughter about it, will you? To let Eva play the princess. We've already talked about it. No. I'll make sure you suffer if Eva doesn't get the role. Hey, no threats like that. Then, let Eva play the princess. Your daughter playing the princess role won't cut it, you know? She doesn't even have that princess aura. She doesn't even look like a princess at all. Don't talk like that about my daughter. I'm going to lose it soon unless you stop. I'd like to see you lose it. Not scary at all. I guess talking to you won't change anything. I'll handle it my way. What? What do you mean by that? Sophia? Sophia, will you just stop? Stop what? Don't play dumb. You're talking shit to my daughter on her way back from school. That's because you won't let Eva get the princess role. I'll stop if you let Eva play the princess. No, I will not do that. I'm going to have to report it to school unless you stop hurting my daughter. Huh? You don't have to report it to school. Come on. Yes, I do. I'll let the school know unless you stop. Well, are you going to stop? Oh, hush. Fine, I'll stop. Alright. I'm not going to forgive you if you did something like that again. Hey, you promised me you'd never do anything to hurt my daughter, didn't you? Oh, did you hear it from your daughter? Yes, I did. You freaking hit my daughter multiple times? She's still crying. Your daughter was being selfish, so I taught her a lesson, using my hands. If they won't listen to what you're saying, then you have to make them listen to you by force, you know? I have a video as proof. Be prepared. What? There was no one around me then. Well, maybe not where you could see. But there was someone who saw the whole thing from a distance. There was? Who was it, by the way? It was Ellie. Ellie? You mean Oliver's mom? That's right. She came running to my daughter when she heard her cry. I guess you took off the second you heard her footsteps. Oh, they were Ellie's footsteps. And Ellie took a video of the whole scene? No, someone else did. Who was videotaping? Where were the other witnesses also? It was Ellie's middle school son that took the video. He was at the Christmas party. Oh yeah, I remember him being there. He was with Ellie and saw the whole thing. He took the video hoping it would help somehow. I had no idea someone was filming that. Of course not. You seemed so focused on hitting my daughter. They brought my daughter back to me. She was in tears. They even gave me the video of you hitting her. I can't thank them enough for that. What? I was sure I could get away with it. And out of all people, Ellie had to see that, huh? She said she wants nothing to do with you anymore, Sophia. Well, that's not going to happen. Eva and Oliver are getting married in the future. Yeah, only in your dream. I'm sure Eva wants to marry a rich, handsome man. Whatever. A police report? You've got to be shitting me. I'm serious. Don't you remember what I told you the other day? I said, I won't forgive you if you did something like this. I'm sorry. Don't take this to the police. No. What you did is a crime. I will not tolerate it. Well, I won't tolerate you filing a police report either. My daddy is going to be mad. Oh, don't worry. I've already talked to your father and got his permission. What? He said we can do whatever we want with you because you obviously committed a crime. I'm his daughter. He would never say that about me. You're just trying to threaten me, aren't you? Call him if you don't believe me. When did you talk to my daddy anyway? As soon as I found out about your violence against my daughter, I went to your father's place. He was working, but he was very polite and helpful. But it makes no sense that he's not going to be on my side. Your father, unlike you, knows what's right and wrong. I'm so glad the whole thing went so smoothly. Well, even if you have my daddy's permission, I won't allow it. You cannot file that police report. Something worse will happen if you don't listen to me. Oh my god. I was thinking about not filing the report if you'd shown some remorse. But obviously you have no remorse whatsoever, so I'm going to go ahead and report it. What? People like you need to get hurt to understand. No, wait! Alright, I'm on my way to the police now. No! I won't let you do that! Hey! How could you do this to me? You! He said he's ready to divorce me anytime. Oh, it's been a while, Sophia. Have you turned over a new leaf yet, now that you've been arrested? Hey, don't talk to me like that. This is all your fault. Eva told me she hates me. I'm sure Eva had been holding it in all this time. Huh? You've been treating Eva like she's your puppet. What are you saying? You made her take some after-school lessons she didn't want to take. You pressured her into getting A+s on all her tests. You made her wear designer clothes she didn't really like. You also chose her friends, for God's sake. Who can she hang out with, and who she can't? Well, it's important, isn't it? She kept wanting to hang out with poor kids. I had to be a good mother and stop her from doing that. A good mother would allow her kids to hang out with whomever he or she wants. Parents have no place for kids' friendships. But hanging out with poor kids would ruin her future. If Eva was hanging around with violent kids, maybe yes, you need to say something. But she wasn't. Let her do what she wants. This is my parenting style. You stay out of it. In any case, how are you planning on taking responsibility for this? You're the one who needs to take responsibility for this. And you will pay that consolation money I requested. What? Why the hell would I need to pay you money? You ruined my life. You need to pay me. Even if you don't plan on paying me, I have the right to ask for consolation money. Plus, your father agrees to you paying. Your father's going to help you with the fine and consolation money anyway, isn't he? I'm a full-time housewife with no savings. There's no way I can pay all that by myself. You should be thanking your father for helping you out. You'd be deep in debt if he wasn't. No way in hell would I ever go into debt because of you. You better give me back the money my daddy pays you. And I will also request you pay me $10,000 for emotional distress. Don't be ridiculous. I'm not paying that. I would pay if I were you. Oh no, what are you planning now? Wouldn't you like to know? It's boring just painting graffiti on your house. Maybe I should burn it down. Screw you. How could you say such terrible things? You made me angry. I can understand why your husband and even your daughter got sick and tired of you. Your father is probably the next one to leave you. Bite me! You're being so annoying. I can make you leave this town just like that, you know. Try me. Are you thinking of spreading stupid rumors about me? How did you know that? That's what you always do whenever there's something you don't like. And you always say the same thing. But everyone seems so interested in what I say. I have people who's good at spreading rumors too. That's because they'd get in trouble if they didn't do what you asked them to. But they never really did. They were just pretending to obey you. No one believed any of the rumors you spread anyway. What? Maybe you don't know this, but they hate you more than you think. You're lying! I'm the top mom! They can't hate me! Well, you're just calling yourself the top mom. Huh? I'm the daughter of a landowner. I am a woman of power. Your father is a man of power, yes, but not you. If your father loses his status, what's left of you? Nothing. Don't say that! Ugh, you're going to see hell. I wouldn't do anything stupid if I were you. Screw you! I'm going to make you regret making me angry. Hello, Sophia. What are you up to? Oh, hi. What do you need? I was just curious what you're up to. No, you weren't. Why do you ask? Maybe you're on your break. Are you eating some sweets? Oh, well, how do you know that? Well, you like sweets, so I figure you'd be eating something sweet if you're on your break. Oh, okay. You scared me for a minute there. What are you talking about? I know you're at my house right now. What? Don't be ridiculous. I'm at home. I know everything. Huh? My next door neighbor just called me. She said she saw you break into my house. Apparently, you broke my windows. Oops, I didn't think anyone was watching me. But how did you know I was eating sweets? That's because I have a pet camera inside the room. I was watching you. Oh, wow! Well, now you know. I'm in your house. Ta-da! But you broke into my house. What you're doing right now is trespassing. Do you realize what you've done? I told you you'd see hell. Remember? So I smashed all the expensive-looking plates you had. All of them. You mean the plates on the display shelf? Yep. I figured they're expensive since they were being displayed. I also took some of your expensive items. Of course, I'll also make you pay me $10,000 for emotional distress. I've already called the cops on you. You did? I called them as soon as my neighbor let me know. They should be there any minute. What? Did you really call them? Well, of course. I'm also telling your father about this. Maybe this will be your last time. Wait! We're friends! Are you crazy enough to report your friend to the police? You're the crazy one. Your husband and your daughter are sick of you. And you still keep doing these ridiculous things. Are you stupid or something? Hey, I resent that! Well, you are stupid. Why else would you willingly do something illegal? Alright, I'm sorry. I was angry at you. I just wanted to hurt you a little, that's all. It looks like the only person you hurt was yourself. Please, not the police. And please don't tell my daddy about this. He told me he'd kick me out of the house if I did something again. I wouldn't be able to live on my own. You're old enough to live without your father's help. And you should be embarrassed to be calling your father daddy at your age. How rude! What's it to you how I call my daddy? But anyway, I better get out of here. Don't even bother. I've already gave the police your personal information. They'll catch you even if you try and run. Wait! I hear the police sirens. I told the cops that you're at my place. I think they're coming for you. Oh, they just stopped in front of the house. How am I supposed to get out of the house? You can't. Please, tell them to leave. I won't ask you to pay anything. I'll apologize for everything. We can't let someone like you on the loose. We won't want you causing troubles for others. I did this today because I was mad at you. Oh no. I just got a text from my daddy. Did you tell him? I'm actually with your father right now. I thought I should let him know as soon as possible. That's why I went to your place. No! Seems like it. And it looks like your divorce is finalized also. Yeah. That's why I decided to break into your house today. I don't give a shit about anything anymore. Oh, okay. Oh my god! A cop just looked at me in the eyes. Time for you to get arrested. Sophia could not leave the house without getting arrested. Since this wasn't her first time being arrested, they decided to lock her up this time. Her divorce had been finalized and she had been disowned by her father. Once she's released from prison, she will spend her days in hell alone and sad. But since this is the result of her own wrongdoings, she doesn't deserve any empathy. As for me, I'm planning on making an official request to her to pay for the plate she broke and for consolation money. I wish her nothing but suffering from now on.
Today's dinner party was a lot of fun. It was a pretty high-level restaurant and the food was delicious. You can invite me again, you know. About that. Could you pay for the extra food? Huh? Why? At today's dinner party, only you guys ordered a lot of extra things, right? Fancy food and champagne. The additional order cost about $4,000. So what? Today was your wedding announcement party. And since you guys aren't having a wedding, you invited us because you wanted to have a nice dinner with your family. That's why we came, and how come we have to pay for it? That's true, but we didn't think there would be so many additional orders. We also didn't expect it to cost $4,000. The course meal wasn't enough for us, so we ordered the food and the champagne. If we ordered the same amount of food at our favorite restaurant, it would only be about $200. That's what happens when you get arrogant and book expensive restaurants. Are you saying that it's our fault for arranging the restaurant? That's right. We only came to celebrate you guys. Shame on you for charging us money. Can you at least pay part of the cost? We'll pay for 80% of it. We'd like you to pay at least 20% of the cost. Don't be silly. You said you prepared a nice place for us to eat. And that's why we even had to pay for the hair and makeup. And you're asking us to pay extra? That's insane. We're not paying anything. Oh no. From now on, you should avoid having dinner parties at expensive restaurants. Ah, that's right. So next time, why don't we have a home party instead of a restaurant? If we bring in our own food, we can save money. A home party? We talked about it at the dinner party today, but I heard you guys live in a pretty nice apartment. It has a nice view and a spacious room, right? The parents seem to like it too after they visited your place. We like to go visit sometime too. Well, if that's the case, I'll check with Jack first. I can't decide on my own. We can always arrange our schedules. Let me know when you two decide on a convenient date. I'll bring a delicious meal and drinks. I just dropped my parents off at their house. They both had a good time at the dinner party today. Thanks for driving them home. I'm glad they had a good time. I just got a call from Harper too. She said they had a good time too. Well, I'm sure they had a great time after ordering all that food and drinks. Did they say anything about paying for the extra food? They have no intention of paying for it. I asked for at least part of it. They said they came because they were invited, and that it was insane to charge them money. Seriously? So that extra $4,000 is all ours to pay? Sorry, my sister is so selfish. I'll pay for the whole extra amount out of my savings. No, it's a dinner party we both invited. I'll pay half too. More importantly, Harper wants to come over to our place next time. She asked if we could have a home party at our place. What? A home party at our house? We talked about our apartment at the dinner party today, right? So she says she'd like to come visit us once. Oh, you're talking about the other day when Mom and Dad came to visit, right? They really liked the apartment. They were praising the place the whole time we were eating. That's why Harper's so interested in this place too. She wants to have a party with drinks and food. What do you say? When should we invite them? No, we should never let my sister in the house. Just ignore the home party and all the talk. If they say anything, tell them I'm against it. What? We can't invite them to the house? We invited your parents to our house. I don't know what they'll steal if they come over. That's why you should never let them in. Once you let them in, you'll never get anything important back. What? What does that mean? I'm sure you're aware of it, Ava. My sister and her husband are selfish, self-centered, and troublesome. They're rather brazen or stingy. If you invite them over, they'll take things from you without a second thought. Really? They used to come over when I lived alone. Just because she was shopping nearby. She and her husband would stop by my house. But every time they left, my stuff was missing from my house. So, it's not like it's a mistake or something? Of course I checked the house a lot. First it was toilet paper, plastic wrap, paper plates. Then it got worse and worse, and eventually they took my favorite clothes too. What? The live t-shirt I treasured so much. I saw her husband wearing it later on. Of course I immediately questioned them. But they ran away, saying they were just borrowing it and would return it soon. Of course they never returned it to me again. That's just too much. No matter if they're family or not, it's the same as stealing. That's why I don't want them in my house. This house is not only mine, it's yours too. I'm used to having my things stolen. But I can't stand it if someone takes something that belongs to my wife. Right. I definitely don't like that either. Then let's not have a home party. I feel sorry, but let's not let Harper and her husband in the house. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I'm sorry my family's been such a pain in the ass. If she says something, you call me right away, okay? I'll handle my sister.
Ava, why aren't you at home when I came all the way here? I wonder if you're out somewhere.
What? Harper?
I brought some beer, so I'll put it in the fridge. Let's all drink together later.
The fridge? Wait a minute. Don't tell me you're in our apartment now.
Hey. You didn't call us at all, so we came here on our own. I knew my mom had a duplicate key to this room. I secretly borrowed it from my parents' house.
What? That's trespassing.
What are you talking about? We're a family, so it's perfectly okay to do this. Anyways, where are you? It's a holiday. Let's have a drink together.
We're on our honeymoon. Didn't I tell you that we're going to Europe starting today?
What? Really? I feel like you told me, but I forgot. But I was so careless to come visit you at such a time.
You forgot. It seems as if you purposely came on that day.
What? It's really just a coincidence. But it's so sad that I came all the way here to visit you and you're on your honeymoon. It would be sad to live like this. We'll stay in this house until you get back, okay? What? It's got a great view just like you said. It's a dream come true to live in such a beautiful apartment. I might as just well take it. Why don't you just give this apartment to us? There's no way we can do that. Don't be silly. Get out of our house. You can't stay in someone's room without permission. We're a family. Oh, there's some really nice meat in the fridge. You guys must have a pretty good life. Please don't look in the fridge without permission. What's over here? Expensive wine and fancy cheese. I'm going to open it with my husband right now. I'll give you guys some of the special beer I bought. Please don't do that. Please don't eat things from other people's house without permission. Oh, what's this? Super cute high-brand accessories. This is a limited edition item that sold out quickly. Hey, where are you hunting next? Don't walk around in people's room without permission. I heard this sells for a pretty good price online. Oh no! I immediately put it on the market and it was already sold. And it's 3 times the list price. Are you kidding me? You sold off someone's stuff without permission? It's okay. I'll have half of the profit to you. I'll take the other half as my commission. That's enough. It's insane to do whatever you want in someone's house. If you don't leave, I'll call the police. What? Didn't you hear what I said earlier? We like this house so much we'll stay here from now on. So this is no longer your house. What? You don't have a home to go back to. You should look for a new house while you're on your honeymoon. We have no intention of going back. What? We actually moved out of that apartment right before our trip. So we have no intention of going back there. Moved? Then whose house is this now? We could enter normally with the duplicate key that my parents had. Normally, when the previous owner leaves, the locker changed. We told them that the next occupant is a relative of ours, so there's no need to change the locks. Because we gave that apartment to my parents-in-law. What? Actually, they talked to us about it. They really liked our apartment. And that they would like to get rid of their house and move out at some point. Get rid of their house? Their house is quite old, and they were thinking of rebuilding it. But that's when they came to visit our apartment. It seems like they really liked the apartment more than they had imagined. But when it came time to find the apartment of their dreams, they had a lot of trouble. But moving to the same apartment as us was not an option for them since we are newlyweds. They were worried that we could be too sensitive as a newlywed couple. So we made a proposal to them. To give them our room. Really? Recently, you guys have been persistent also. So we thought it would be a good idea to move out. And the parents were very happy. In return, they said they would help us with the payment for the moving, with the money they got from the sale of their house. So we quickly found a new apartment and moved in. So, wait a minute. This house is not yours, but the parents' house? Yes, it's a retirement home where they can spend their time in comfort. The delicious meats, wine, and cheese that you just tried? They're all from your parents' own kitchen. Even the high-brand accessories are your mother's. What? No way! What should I do? I can't believe all this was from my parents. Looks like they were just walking around the neighborhood. I called them right away and they said they'd be home soon. They should be arriving at their room any time now. Oh no. They're knocking the door like crazy. They're definitely going to be really upset about this. Well, we're on our honeymoon, so if you'll excuse us now. Make sure you apologize to them. Help, Ava! Can you keep us at your house for a while? What? What's wrong? They kicked us out of the apartment. After that, I apologized desperately, but both of them were furious. They told us never to show our face again. But we were going to live in this apartment. We were actually moving out of our old apartment.
Wow, so it was a planned break-in.
We're surviving in a motel for now, but we've reached our limit. To tell you the truth, I was fired from my job. But we can't live on my husband's salary and we don't have any savings. It's hard to rent a room in this situation. It costs a lot of money to move and pay the deposit and stuff, right? So, until we can save up some money, can you keep us in the house? I want you to tell me where you moved to. You've already returned from your honeymoon, right? Let us stay in your new house.
I'm sorry, I can't do that. My husband has told me about your past wrongdoings. In fact, you almost stole our house in an attempt. We can't keep people like that in our house.
But we are a family. And even though I'm your in-law, I'm your older sister. I'm in a higher position than you, so shut up and help us. Otherwise, I won't be nice to you in the future.
I don't need you to be nice to me. And if you're going to use your position like that, I'll do the same. Even though I'm your sister-in-law, I'm your husband's boss. I'm in a better position than you.
What? You're my husband's boss?
If you keep being selfish, I won't be nice to you. I'm the boss and your husband is my direct subordinate.
What? Wait, what do you mean?
We talked about it at the dinner party in case you're wondering. But you guys were both pretty drunk on champagne. I guess you didn't hear that I actually work at the same place as your husband.
You work at the same place as my husband? What's that? I've never heard of that before.
It's a fairly large company, so I only found out after we got married. I had heard that we were in the same business, but I had no idea that we worked for the same company. I was told that I would be transferred to your husband's department once the marriage was settled, and I've been asked to be the director of the department.
Director? Why are you in a higher position than my husband? I mean, he's older than you.
But I have a better performance than him.
What?
Our company is based on performance. It doesn't matter how old you are or how long you've been with the company. It's a system where those who can do better get promoted faster and faster.
That sounds like my husband is not good at his job.
That's exactly right. And I never favor my family. In fact, I would rather be hard on them. I don't want people to think I'm in the same league as that person who always slack off at work.
What?
I've heard a lot about him from the previous director. I heard that he's unmotivated to work, that he slacks off, and that his work attitude is pretty bad. No wonder he's getting passed over for a promotion by a young girl like me.
Huh? Don't you get all cocky with me. When my husband gets serious, he'll overtake you in no time.
That's amazing. But before he gets serious, he might be fired first.
What?
I heard rumors that he is suspected of stealing equipment. I'm hearing that a punishment will be issued soon from the top. If you're fired and your husband is also fired, I don't think you'll be able to live a life in a motel any longer.
What did you say?
Just so you know, just because you're having a hard time making ends meet doesn't mean you can go into someone's house. If you do, you'll be in serious trouble with the police. Now, if you'll excuse me. Shortly thereafter, Harper's husband was fired. It seems that the evidence that he had been bringing home company equipment had come to light. Her husband said, "My wife asked me to bring toilet papers for home." He desperately appealed to upper management that he couldn't disobey his wife. But because of his daily work attitude, he was kicked out of the office as soon as possible. The two of them then panicked and cried to his parents. But they said, "I can't believe you guys are finally causing trouble not only to the family but also to the society. We can no longer be a family with you." And they cut ties with them. They asked their friends and acquaintances to stay with them, but no one would let them stay. I heard that they are now working part-time at a motel. I just hope they won't cause problem there too.